All right, so we're back to Golf Clash Basics 101. I've got a new account here, and what I'm trying to do, I know that I have 10 achievements and I have a bunch of clubs to open. I'm trying to get to 100 games played so that we can look at, I want to shoot some videos on spending your coins to upgrade your clubs when you first start. That if you just upgrade them as you start, you're going to run out of cheddar really fast, and that there's a lot of these clubs we don't want to upgrade, but I want to get some club cards so that we can do the deal. So I'm trying to play 100 games and I'm 27 games in. It's difficult because I don't have any gems. There's going to be a pack, I think probably tomorrow, maybe Thursday. I'm mystified at Playdemic, like why there isn't stuff every day. I mean, I know that we have the regular stuff that's in the store, the crap that's in the store, the stuff that's in the regular store every day, but why there's not some special pack every day for your viewers to spend their or your players to spend their hard-earned cash on. I'm mystified why they don't do that, but they don't. So here we go. I'm should be able to, if I can get 3 wins, we'll just try for 3 wins in a row. I did join this the Acacia Reserve tournament just so that I can have access. I'm not going to qualify today, but I want to have access to the 199 pack. You get 25 katanas, 500 gems for $1.99. I mean, that's probably the best deal in the game. I am playing Tour 2. Play a couple more Tour 2s. I'm gonna play these first 100 games with nothing but basic clubs. I'm not upgrading any of my clubs, and the clubs are not worth playing until you get them, start upgrading them. So I'm gonna play the first 100 games with just the basic stuff. Now the cool thing about the basic stuff is that they're all the same as far as accuracy. They're 10 accurate. So 10 accuracy is 2.8 per ring. That is 1.1 rings. And there's 1. And there's that much curl. Enough for me to lean up against the rail. And you can see you definitely don't want to hit that shot great to the right. Especially with the accuracy of 2.8, the first bounce you're 1 ring off, the second bounce now you're 2 rings off, and as you go through there you'll definitely end up in the sand. You got to hit that perfect. Maybe 1 ring great to the left, but anything to the right, you're in the sand. And with basic equipment, you can't recover from the sand or the rough. In the drink, da da da. .1 divided by 2.8, 3/4 of a ring. And I got no spin, so we will see how this plays out. 3/4 of a ring. There's 3/4 of a ring. And I hit it great to the right. I got that going for me. What's funny about this hole is that they've actually, it feels like the green is flattened out. The pin, you can see that pin is on a shelf right there. It used to be, there was no shelf. When the game originally started, this hill was, that is, if they hit the fairway here, they're in the drink again. In the drink. This is the whole deal when you first start. If you have the ability to learn how to use the wind ring method, you can come out here and just play to the fairway. Your clubs suck when they're not in the fairway. Your sand wedge, when you first start playing, even if you've started upgrading some of your clubs, your sand wedge and your rough iron blow So you need to be in the fairway and having the ability to work the wind out. They're not going to make it over with this club. And we're in the drink again. Unless they end up blowing this and hit the sand, they're in the drink. Again, in the drink. You are not making it over with that club. Trust me. Good game. Good game. It was a good game for us. It was not a good game for them. Hey, let's rematch those guys. Or that guy. Or that lady. Alright, we got one more slide. I'm going to open this up just in case somebody does want to replay. And spend my last few gems. One of my viewers commented about I have achievements and I could get some gems here. I'm saving these so that I can do when I do the club video. But one of the things I want to point out is I know you get a few gems here, but I'm really how stingy it is to get the 5 gems. I mean, come on. It costs 20 gems to speed up a silver chest. I mean, you'd think that they would at least pop out, give you a little bit. But Playdemic has been stingy since the game came out. Here recently, they've given us a couple ball packs because they came out with the new ball album. And I don't think the ball album thing is doing very well. That's why they've given us a few just to give us a taste. There are a few gems in there. Let's think. Courses are here. I'm not sure how well I would do in Tour 3 with basic stuff. And you got to think about how many coins you got, what it costs to get in and what you have here as far as getting it done. I'm going to play, let's play one. Let's play it. Let's play our first Tour 3 match right here and see what the courses look like. I know what these holes look like, but I'm trying to think about how they would play with and I remember holes, but I don't necessarily remember courses. So I get on a hole and I go, oh yeah, I played this hole, but I very seldom could ever tell you what course it's in. There are some courses that are pretty easy. Sakura Hills, you got the cherry blossoms, and the Oasis has got a look to it. Sequoia Creek. There's some of those courses that it's obvious, but some of them are not. And we just had this one in a tournament. We will see. Seems like this hole was redesigned at one point. There's a hole down here, and it seems like it's this one, but the island and the green seem the same, but this fairway that's in front of us seems different. It seems like there used to be a chasm, like a big chasm that was there, but I'm probably thinking of a different hole. And here we are, waiting for our opponent to disconnect. Can we get a forfeit right off the bat? Get our first Tour 3 chest on a forfeit? That'd be nice. Any way that you can win a chest is the way that you win a chest. So if you go out there and play fairway to green, you're going to win a lot of matches, especially if you have the wind ring method in your pocket. And I got no spin. I got no nothing. I got nothing. I'm just going to pop it out there. I want to get in front of those trees, that's for sure. And I really don't want to do any overpower. 3-1. 3.1 divided by 2.8 is 1.1 rings. Now I know you're thinking, why are you doing, you need to get, when you first start playing, it is super important that you get into the habit of making wind ring adjustments. Excellent. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Even though you're looking at it and you're like, hey, it's just a small wind, I can just move it over. Always, you need to build up that muscle memory. You need to build up that habit, because yes, going through and doing the wind ring method and coming up with a number and doing it, it takes time off of your 30-second shot clock, and you need to work that skill so that it just becomes second nature. You don't even think about it. I don't even think about, like, it. There are times when, you know, I know I've taken too long and I'm running out of time, and I may do an eyeball adjustment on the drive, but I make wind adjustments on these holes just automatic. I just don't even think about it. It's just part of the deal. Wait a second. Let's make sure. I think I do have an empty slot. I do have one empty slot. So we can play one game. One game. This would just be a short video. That's the deal when you don't have gems. It's, if you want to harvest out club cards and it's not worth playing if you're not going to win a chest. If there's no possibility of winning a chest because you don't have any empty slots, in my opinion, it's not worth playing. So you need some way of speeding those up. So once again, it's the elephant in the room. Nobody wants to talk about, hey man, if you want to play, you can play as much as you want and as often as you want. There's no thing about it. Just get out there and play it. Now, I really don't like doing overpower, but where I'm at right there, 2.5, 0.9 rings. I'm going to do a little. I think I'm going to end up behind those trees. Isn't it perfect? I do have a shot. I just, not much. I'm not going to be, I don't think I'll be able to go for it, but I should be able to get myself up on the green. And this side over here, when you first start playing, is the side. It's not, in my opinion, it's not necessarily better to get all the way to the tip. Where you really want to be is kind of in between the shadows. You got a straight up shot. If you got lower developed stuff, you're not going to have a lot of backspin or side spin. And if you're in the middle right there, you got a straight shot at the cup. Divided by 2.8. It seemed like we were 1.1 times. All right, we'll see what the deal is. I'm gonna try and get right into this spot right here. I got no spin, no nothing. 3.8. I'm gonna do 15916. 1.6. I'm gonna lean just a little. Isn't it perfect? I would have liked to have been a little closer. I'm not the best putter in the game by any stretch of the imagination. Nobody's ever going to claim that I won some putting contest. If they had a putting contest, I'm not sure I would make the weekend round. It might be sad, but that is definitely a true statement. My longtime listeners are going, oh yeah. We've seen him miss putts. Short putts. And to me, this is a long putt. This is where at the very, when I first started playing, you're going to end up in spots like this because of the quality of your clubs. And this is where you get to make that choice. Are you going to get really good at hitting long putts, or are you going to get really good at getting closer? And I am a big fan of getting closer. And I missed it. Missed it. Win one, lose one. And that was actually not, we should have been forcing a shootout here. That was just me missing a putt. I told you. I warned you. Damn it. Dag nabbit. Let's see if they'll replay us. Come on. Come on, buddy. You want a rematch? You don't want to let me have the opportunity to get my cheddar back? Sure. Play that way. I got you. What? Now, I'm not saying that I've opened up 24. I played the minimum amount of games at Tour 1 before I could go to Tour 2. So there's, what, 4 or 5 games there. And, well, I played 30 games, winning 24. So let's say I've opened up, or I've had access to 17, 18, 19 Tour 2 chess. And I don't think I've gotten an epic yet. Or, excuse me, not an epic, but a rare. There's not a lot of rares. There's only, I think, 3 rares, Tour 2 and below. But the big one being the extra mile, and I didn't see an extra mile yet. I shot a video a long time ago on where's the best place to get extra mile cards, and it was arguable that, you know, in Tour 3, you're less likely to get Tour 3 rares, which there's 3 of them, and you're more apt to get the Tier 1 and Tier 2 rares. But haven't seen one yet. All right, let's try that one more time. I'm gonna just go out there and win this one so we can. That was my bad. I can't blame that on anybody but me, since the putter that I have is the same putter that everybody's got. I could say I have a low-level putter, but that wouldn't be true. And this hole right here is fucking brutal with low-level clubs. This is a 2 shots to get on. I'm not exactly sure where they're going, but I'm excited about it. I kind of wanted them to go to the left because it felt like they were going to do some max. I will tell you this right here. There's no reason to do overpower. There's no way you're going to get up there with a low-level ball in 2 shots. It's not going to happen, and they've put themselves in a spot of bother. They should be fine as long as their second shot is not in the rough. And there is no way that I'm going to be able to get up in 2, so I might as well take the easiest path. It's 1.9 divided by 2.8. 0.7 of a ring. I'm going to have to take another shot to put myself on the end of that peninsula, so I might as well take the easiest shot to get up there. It's going to take me 3 shots, and that is going to put me better than where my opponent's going to be at. For sure, better than my opponent. Now they're going to have to take 4 shots to get up there, because there's no way they'll make it from there. We don't have any ball guide here, so I don't know exactly how far it's going to bleed out, and I don't want to end up in the rough, so 3-7. 3.7 divided by 2.8 is 1.32 rings. Do 1, 3. Hitting it perfect. Just trying to lay it up, give myself the money shot. All right. We've put ourselves in position. Now we have the shot. Now I will tell you that this is going to blow because we don't have any spin. And so this is a tough green even when you've got spin and you got a bunch of stuff. This is the cool thing about hitting fairway to green, especially when you're playing against new people, is they're going to go, I would take the shot if I was him. I would force my opponent to have to. I still got work to do. There's no gimme on this next shot going to the cup. I mean, obviously my goal is to just get on the green, but force your opponent to do it. Never give up, never surrender. Hit the ball out to the deal. Hey, you paid for the hole, and you need practice. Obviously, you're a new player. So just go up there and hit the ball into the spot as opposed to waiting to reach. So like just turning the device off. This is, you in normal life, you just call this disrespectful. You're talking to somebody and then they just throw their hands up and turn around and walk out on you or hang up on you. You could, if you wanted to, you could go up there and hit the little gear, and you could hit forfeit and just forfeit. That way your opponent doesn't have to sit here. Now they're making me work for my money. I will say that. Now look at how cool that is. I got 2 wins in 2 or 3 just by not forfeiting. and one loss because I missed the putt. There you have it. All right. I don't have any more slots and I have no more gems. I'm just going to keep playing. When I get this, I'll keep posting some videos. I've been trying to let them clear off during the day so that I can at least play a few games. But tomorrow, when they offer the ball pack, hopefully they offer it tomorrow or Thursday, I'll buy a pack so I can start speeding up, opening up these chests. I want to get to a total of 100 games played so that we can really see like what kind of clubs you can get in the first 100 games and see what our percentage is, our win percentage. And we'll play it up and we'll keep practicing. The other goal here is if you're playing down, especially if you're just playing at Tour 2, you're learning the game. All the holes in Tour 2, you can, at least the ones I've seen so far in this, you can get to them with the basic clubs and a basic ball and put yourself in a position to win that hole. And so we'll see as it goes along. I may continue to play Tour 3. I wanted to get my bankroll up just a little bit because I know my clubs are down and you got to be perfect when you're playing lower level clubs. Not necessarily hitting perfect. You just need to take the steps, take out the wind, be smart. Try not to do a bunch of overpowered stuff. Don't let your opponent, sometimes you're just going to go out there and your opponent brings out some stuff and they do an overpowered shot and everything works out fine and you're like, oh shit. Even if I hit it where I want, I'm going to lose. Hit it where you want. If you lose it, you lose it, but keep playing smart and don't get into the habit of letting your opponent dictate how you're going to play the game. Thanks for watching. I will post another one probably on Thursday or actually tomorrow I'll be able to buy the 199 pack and so I'll probably play tomorrow morning and we'll get some in and see how many we can get done. Thanks for watching.